Most people think freedom comes from peace, from harmony, from avoiding tension. Nietzsche said the opposite. If you are afraid of conflict, you are not free. You are controlled. Controlled by approval, controlled by fear, controlled by the need to be liked. Freedom begins the moment you stop running from confrontation. Nietzsche believed that modern people are not oppressed by force, but by fear of resistance. They silence themselves before anyone else has to. They agree when they disagree. They smile when they feel resentment. They retreat instead of standing firm, not because they are weak, but because they are afraid of conflict, and that fear has a cost. Every time you avoid conflict, you betray your instincts. Nietzsche called this self-denial the slow destruction of the self it maintained comfort. Conflict is not violence. Conflict is not cruelty. Conflict is friction between truth and fear, and without friction, nothing strong is formed. Nietzsche believed that strength is forged through resistance. Muscles grow by stress. Character grows by opposition. A life without conflict is a life without self-respect. The fear of conflict comes from one source, the fear of losing approval. From childhood, you were trained to be agreeable, polite, non-threatening. You learned that acceptance comes from obedience. That peace comes from silence. But Nietzsche warned, a person who avoids conflict becomes predictable, and predictable people are easy to control. They become reactive instead of deliberate. They live according to external expectations, not internal values. This is how resentment is born. You don't explode immediately. You store it. Unspoken anger, suppressed boundaries, denied instincts. Nietzsche believed resentment poisons the soul. It turns strength inward and rots it. People who fear conflict don't become peaceful. They become bitter. They smile on the surface and rage underneath. Real freedom requires the courage to disrupt, to say no without apology, to disagree without justification, to stand firm without hostility. Conflict reveals who you are and who others are. People who benefit from your silence will punish you when you speak. That is how you know the conflict is necessary. Nietzsche did not teach dominance. He taught conflict is not about winning. It is about refusing to abandon yourself. The person who can tolerate tension controls the situation. The person who fears tension gives control away. This is why confident people appear calm in disagreement. They are not desperate for validation. They are anchored in their values. Freedom is not comfort. Freedom is alignment, and alignment requires friction with the world. Nietzsche believed that becoming free means becoming dangerous, not to others, but to illusions. Dangerous to false harmony. Dangerous to weak compromises. Dangerous to lives built on suppression. You don't need to seek conflict, but you must stop avoiding it. Because the moment you stop being afraid of conflict, you stop being afraid of being yourself. And that is where freedom begins. If this challenged the way you see strength and freedom, follow 4 more Nietzsche, psychology, and philosophy that cuts through comfort and exposes truth.